This was your idea in our meetings. I'm gonna say that out loud. You are the Shakespeare person here, right? And you were suddenly so excited one day and said, "What if we did this?" Tell me what we talked about that day.
Shrew to me is one of the really problematic Shakespeare plays. We talk about Merchant of Venice. We talk about Measure for Measure. We talk about the ones that in a modern society, they're problematic. I have said I do not want to do Taming of the Shrew again unless we have a really strong vision for it. Because at the heart of it, it's a misogynistic play. At the heart of it, it is abuse and even torture from a male to a female. So it's a really challenging play. But what if we take it and face that? What if we really actually recognize that's there and start to address it? In a society that is still wrestling with these issues 400 years later. I mean, we can see it in our politics, we can see it in our culture, we can see it in our art, that we're still wrestling with these issues. So it's exciting to me to actually find the idea of it and find somebody to explore it who will take it on and really take it on.
Well, and one of the things I find so fascinating about Shrew is it does deal with so much of that misogyny and patriarchy.
Yeah.
And both of these characters are absolutely products of their society. And how are they turning what they know about their society into, how do I get what I need out of this? How do I get what I have to have to move forward, to move on, to find my self-empowerment? And I think often it is done comedically, it's done very knowingly, and I think it's really about looking at what has sort of where people are in that society at that time and now, and what do we do when we don't necessarily feel we have the power to take our power?
Bianca, as the popular sister, is playing exactly the role that everybody wants Kate to play. Mm-hmm. And it's a role. Yeah. And you're trapped within that. Every character in the play is trapped within their roles. Yeah. And how do you break that? How do you change that? And that is something that, as we keep saying, we are still wrestling with in today's society. It's really wonderfully witty. It is funny. The language is
incredible.
Yes. And, it is one of the stronger plays from that standpoint.
It is. And I would say that I cannot imagine that Shakespeare wrote this as here is how you should live your life. Right. This was a social commentary. Right. This was a moment for him to sort of lampoon the ridiculousness of the patriarchy on some levels. Right. And that doesn't mean that there aren't things in it that we really have to look at how we tell it, and is it toxic? Right. I think this play can be done in a way that heals that toxicity.